Hello, all my Stampy friends. Happy Friday. Such a gorgeous day here today. It is sunny. It's supposed to get to a high of 83, but then down to 62 tonight. We had windows open in the evening, and last night it was just delightful. The air is drier now. There is hardly any bugs. Leaves are starting to change. Oh my gosh, just such a great time of year. Last night we sat out at the high school until about 9:30 at night. We were watching my granddaughter's Mackay, her soccer team, playing for the division championship, and they won. It went into double overtime and then to PKs, and they won. So it was very exciting. And Mackay won the division midfield most valuable player trophy. So that was really cool too. Well deserved. But the weather was perfect. We just enjoyed it so much. Again, welcome. If you are hopping on this morning, please take a minute to say hello. Good morning, Francis. Glad you are here. I know that when you say hello that I can probably check my site, and most likely I am up and running. So I'm going to do that right now. Make sure I'm where I should be. There I am. All is well. Let's see what I want to tell you. You said hello. You're in the right place. Today is Friday, October 4th, 2024. I mentioned to you before that I love October. Favorite month of the year. So excited it is October. My name is Maureen Rolfes, also known as the Crazy Stamping Lady. I have been an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for over 27 years, and I love what I do. I am coming to you from Murfreesboro, right in the middle of Tennessee, and I am here to help you find the joy of card making and paper crafting, to give you tips and tricks to make it easier for you, and to encourage you to send out your beautiful creations to others to make their day. Please be sure you say hello. Leave your comments. I love to know when you stop by. I love to know what you think of what we're doing. If you have any questions, please let me know that. I can't answer questions once I get down to my table, but I will always come back and answer them afterwards. As always, I will draw from all of the comments on today's video and give away the project we make today. So be sure to comment. Every comment counts as an entry. And if you can share this video to a crafty page, a crafty friend, your homepage, anywhere you'd like to share me, let me know that and I'll give you a bonus entry because that really helps my small business. Congratulations to the winner of my last card from last time. That was Charlotte Slaw, and it was my Easy Halloween card, and that is on its way to you. Also, congratulations to my sketch challenge winner. That was Margot Rantanen. And to my order drawing winners, Kathy Colborn, Mary Ann Ralph, and Penny Strombeck. All of those prizes are being put together today and will go out in the mail tomorrow. So woohoo to that. Let's see if there's anything else before I take you down to my table. Think not. Let's do it. Let's go down. I'm going to turn you around. You'll see my beautiful sunshine today. Down to the table. Get you in place here, and that looks pretty darn good. This is me, Maureen Rolfes, also known as the Crazy Stamping Lady. My blog is crazystampinglady.blogspot.com. My email is crazystampinglady@gmail.com. My Facebook is facebook.com/crazystampinglady. You can find me on YouTube under my name, Maureen Rolfes, and you can shop with me at stampingwithmaureen.stampinup.net. This is my hostess code for the month of October. So if you are shopping with me this month, I appreciate it if you use that code. That code gets me the most benefits for your order and allows me to give the most back to all of you who watch and my customers, and it is so appreciated. I have one card to share with you today. It is from my friend Lori, my faithful friend Lori, who sends cards. Oh, it's just so wonderful all the time, and it makes me so happy. Look at this beautiful card. It is a little bird sitting on a branch what I love is she used a paper of some sort. It's not Stampin' Up, but it's from some company. And it already has this printed border on it, but it looks like she actually pieced another piece there. It just gives the card a lot of depth, but it's just a single layer card. I love it so much. And it says smile. And she gave me some great advice. She said that I should allow myself one day to catch up for every day of vacation. So I'm almost there, Lori, and I'm not caught up, but it's made me feel great to think I could allow myself to do that. So appreciate you. Thank you for the beautiful card and for lifting my spirits. All right, that is that. Let's move on, guys. Scrapbooking stuff. There is still a ton of scrapbooking stuff out there. I'm getting some questions on it because I've shown it the last couple times. Check it out. Just go out to the Stampin' Up website. There is a memory keeping section you can click on, and it'll show you everything available in our scrapbooking products. And I am going to point out something today too in a little bit. So hang on and hear that little tip because I think it gets overlooked. Also, World Card Making Day is tomorrow, 3:00 p.m. Central Time. Make that to whatever it is in your time zone. I'm not sure. You do get to watch it whether or not you're signed up for it. So you just go to, I think it's, maybe not. I'm not sure where it's going to be held or housed. I got a link to it. But my understanding is you can attend it with that link. So if you need it, let me know whether or not you're signed up. But if you register for the event and give your information and tell them you're going to be there, then you will have received an email with the link, and you're supposed to get a fun surprise from registering. So I'm not sure what that surprise is. It'll be a surprise to me too. But I am signed up. I do plan to watch. It's going to be some fun and easy cards and layouts. I think it'll just be a wonderful hour to spend on World Card Making Day. Just go to Stampinit.com, look for the World Card Making Day banner. You can register, I think, through midnight tonight, whatever time, actually probably Mountain Time, because that's what Stampin' Up is. So whatever that is in your area. And then I think registration closes off. So Starter Kit special. We have a wonderful starter kit. Anyone who's interested in joining, you guys know Stampin' Up is so wonderful with their demonstrators that just want to be a hobby demonstrator. They support you. They give you discounts. You can sign up for that with a starter kit this month. Normally you would get $125 worth of product for $99, but in the month of October they are upping that, and you'll get $155 worth of any stamping products you want, and that is up to $155. Just know you cannot go over not even a penny. So pick your thing strategically. You get to pick what you want for $99 plus tax, no shipping. You'll also get free business supplies on that, and it's just a lot of fun. The best deal around, actually, for Stampin' Up. It really is. You will have a minimum they're going to ask you to make either in purchasing or selling to keep active, and that is $300 a quarter. But if you do not maintain that, there is no penalty. You will just get notified at the end of the quarter that they're going to drop you, and then you get 1 month to make it up, and then you'll be dropped. That is how it works. It is such a wonderful opportunity. So if you have any questions on that or would like to know more about it, just contact me. You can leave a message here on this video. You can send me an email at crazystampinglady@gmail.com, and I will get back to you. Reminder that our kits collections are on sale while supplies last. I see several of them are already sold out. It doesn't mean they're going away forever, but I don't know if they'll be back in before the end of the month when this sale is over. So go out there and check what they have in the kits collection. 30% off is a great deal because I think our kits are very reasonably priced to start with. So check them out. I've ordered a few. Some really cute things out there, guys. Okay, my free monthly virtual card classes. If you place an order with me in the month of October using this hostess code, you will get a free kit and class. Place a $50 order to get a 3 free card kit, $75 to get 3 free card kits plus a bonus project, $100 to get those 3 free cards, a bonus project, and a half a pack of an embellishment. Remember, almost all of these products will be discontinued products, but they are new, they are beautiful, you can use them, you can use the layouts to make cards with your other designer series papers, etc. So it is a win-win for everybody. If your order is over $150, then don't use that hostess code because you will earn hostess merchandise, and I want you to get that, and I will still count you for these kits at that level. All orders I receive, all of them, even if they are under $50, will receive a thank you card from me after the end of the month, and all orders will be entered into my monthly order prize drawing. So any size order gets you something, guys. November class, this will be for the kits that are earned in October. It'll be mailed by November 1st, and that class is going to be on Monday, November 11th at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Time. It is free for anyone to watch, but if you have your kit, we will be putting together all of those projects. Current mini catalog, still going strong. So much wonderful stuff in here. Current annual catalog, same thing, guys. Do not forget about these. But we have so much online now that is where my attention seems to be drawn to lately. So today we are going to be making a fall card, and we are going to be using some designer series paper that you may have overlooked because it is online only. So I did not buy the designer series paper pack, just so you know. I purchased the entire autumn scrapbook kit, but I'm not going to go through that entire thing with you today. I just wanted to point out that in this scrapbook kit, there are some elements, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, some elements that you can get separately in a separate packet. It's a DSP and sticker packet, and it's a little bit different than our normal packets. So the kit itself is called, the whole scrapbook kit is Autumn to Remember. And again, that's like our Halloween one. You get enough product to make 6 pages, 3 2-page layouts in that kit. But if you order the DSP sticker packet, this is what you get. You're going to get, let me make sure I have this right. You're going to get 4 sheets of 3 double-sided patterns. So this is one of them. Look at these cute little woodsy animals on here. You can see they're scattered every direction, so this paper doesn't necessarily have a right or wrong. It is so cute for fall. And on the back side of it is these beautiful trees. So you're going to get 4 sheets of this. And then you're going to get 4 sheets of this kind of wavy grid paper in fallish brown. It's kind of muted. It looks like it's worn off and antiqued in a few places, which I love. It makes your cards not have to be so perfect because already a little bit of that imperfection is built into the DSP. And on the other side are these colorful little kind of triangles that look like trees. And then you're going to get, so you'll get 4 sheets of that one. And then you're going to get 4 sheets of this pattern, which is a greenish florally type of pattern. And on the back are these little bitty trees. And I'm pretty sure this is Cajun Craze. So gorgeous, gorgeous papers, 4 sheets each of those 3 packs or 3 designs. I'm sorry, 3 sheets with 6 designs of paper. Okay. And then you're also going to get a sticker sheet in there. And this is the same sticker sheet that comes in the memory keeping packet. And it has a ton of sentiments, some really cute images, fun things that you could decorate gift packages with, you can decorate cards with, you could make your own scrapbook pages with. Just delightful. I love everything about it. In all things gives thanks. Enjoying the last days of summer. Grateful for the moment together. Lots and lots of wonderful stuff. So this is not the memory making kit. This is just a pack of the designer series paper and stickers. And I showed you last time, if you watched, how to get the sticky off of the back of these. If you just want to use them as a regular layer or pop them up and you don't want them sticky, just use your embossing buddy. Or if you have cornstarch or flour or baby powder, you can also just rub that with your fingers on the back of it. And that adheres to the stickiness, and then your sticky sticker is no longer sticky. Hope that made sense. Okay, guys, so we're using some of these designer series papers today. So that's why I wanted to show you that, so you would know where those came from. So let's get the elements of our card out here. I have a very vanilla envelope. Now, I know we no longer sell very vanilla envelopes. I also know a lot of you still have them in your stash. If you don't have one, go ahead and use a white one. It's not really going to matter, but I am using mine up as long as I have them. We have a very vanilla base, and we do continue to sell this. This is an A2 base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I have some strips of that designer series paper that I showed you earlier. So these are 4 strips that are 1 inch by 4 inches. Now, I'm going to make a really quick card base with these put together, and then you can decorate it or make it as fancy as you want. The cool thing about this is to actually make the layout, you just need your card base, 4 strips, and something to put a sentiment on. And you could do a ton of these, like for Christmas, really quickly, and get your Christmas cards out. And there's one other thing I like about this layout. So let me show you that before I go any further. What we're going to do is we're going to alternate these onto our card front. And usually when you have strips like this, you have to be very worried about centering them and making sure they're going to fit correctly on your card. But we're only going to use 4 of them, which is going to leave this vanilla strip at the end. And what that does is it makes it not so critical for your spacing. So I'm just going to take some seal, and this is the same design paper, just both sides of it. I am going to place this designer series paper with a pretty even border around top, bottom, and the right side, just like that. And then I'm going to come in and place my next one. And I don't have to worry about spacing these out perfectly. I'm just going to leave about the same border, top, bottom, and to the right, just like the last one. And the same thing with the next one. Hope you guys are having a super great day. I am just so excited for this wonderful weather we're having. It makes me so happy. I just want to be out in it. It is gorgeous. It's supposed to be a couple warm days in the 80s and then back down in the 70s. And yeah. So you can see I'm just spacing these across pretty evenly. I'm not freaking out if they're not perfect. But what I don't have to worry about is what this last amount of vanilla is over here. I don't have to worry. It can be this wide. If I made these closer together, it would have been a little wider. If I spread them further apart, it would have been a little smaller. But because I'm not adding a strip there, I don't have to worry about that, which makes it just faster and easier when you're making your cards. Now, I made a prototype for this, but I am going to change it up a little. So, yeah. Stick around and I'll show you my first one, and then I'll show you what I did here, and we'll see which one we like better. But this is the one I will be giving away. I'm going to bring out my mini cut and emboss machine, and we are going to die cut a tag using, let me grab this really quick because these are great, great dies, using Greetings of the Season. So it is an online exclusive die set. It includes all of these dies. They do punch a little hole, I can show you this one, at the top like that, so you could string ribbon through, but we're just going to cover it on our card today. I'm not going to string anything through it. But you could use them for Christmas tags. You can layer them together for multiples. Super, super cute. So we're gonna cut out this guy right here. And I'm just gonna place it on there, and I'm gonna turn this at a bit of an angle so that you're not hitting any really sharp edges on here. That's always good. You don't wanna go against a flat edge like that if you can avoid it when you're sending your dies through. It just makes it easier for them to catch and go through and cut out. So we'll go one direction, and then I'm just gonna come right back like that. So a lot of times I do go both directions. Not always necessary, but it just helps me assure that my die is going to come out really easy. So we're going to grab this and this off of here. You can tell my plate is well loved. Lots and lots of little things have been cut out onto here. And we'll get rid of this. Okay, so now, get rid of my scraps. Now we have this die cut. And this is going to be a little hard for you to see, but I want you to trust me how cool this is. This die is completely flat. But one of our artisan team members on the Stampin' Up site yesterday on Facebook posted a cute little tip, and I loved it. I can take this die and put it right back inside here, and believe me, you will feel when it catches, when it's exactly where it should be. It won't move, it's where it should be. I'm going to place it back inside of there. I'm going to put it on top of one of our silicone mats. So I moved it a little bit. Let me get it back in there now that it's sitting down. And then I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool and the large ball end of my stylus. I'm going to make sure this is in place. And we are going to run this around the edge of this while it's still inside of the die. I don't know how she thought to do this, but I thought it was brilliant. You want to be sure you get around the complete edge, right up next to the die. You could probably use the little stylus point too, but I've been using the large one. And then when I flip this over and take it out, it now has an extra added dimension, and I just don't know if you can see it. It's sad that it may not show, because it's amazing what that little bit adds to your card. I did 2 in green earlier in a piece, and I don't know if you can tell better here. This one is just cut out and it's totally flat, and this one is done with a stylus, and it's got that whole raised inside. So I just thought that's another fun way to add a little character to your cards. Super simple, and I wanted to share it with you in case you want to try it. So for my card today, I did 2 of these tags, one in Old Olive and one in Vanilla, and we're just going to kind of overlap them a little bit and put them onto the front of the card for our sentiment. Like I said, I'm changing this one up from my prototype. I'm hoping it comes together well. Just playing with something different. I want to stamp my sentiment in the middle of here. And I'm going to use Cajun Craze, because that's what's in these little bitty trees here. And the sentiment I'm using is wishing you a beautiful birthday. And this comes from the Sketched Butterflies set. This is in our annual catalog, and it's so gorgeous. But I love the sentiments in here. And I'm doing it in Cajun Craze because I want this to be a birthday card, but for a fall birthday. I like to kind of keep them seasonal if I can. So I'm going to kind of center this right in the middle of my die. Just like that. Wishing you a beautiful birthday. Lovely, lovely sentiment. I love the script and the regular print together. That always catches my attention. Excuse me a second. I need a sip of coffee. My voice is going, so hang on with me. Always coffee close by. Okay, so now let's layer these together. And I did that raised thing on both of them. I'm trying to decide if I should layer them. You know what? I was going to go, let me look. See, this is what happens when I do a prototype and I change it up, right? I think I actually like it better to the top. Let me do that one more time. Like these 2 tags are layered on each other. and one is just kind of hanging out underneath. Yep, I think I like it better to the top. So we're going to go that direction. I am going to take some seal and just go down in the middle of my sentiment layer. And I'm going to line up the hole on here and then take it down about 1/4 inch or so. I want the edges to show on here, so I'm bringing it down enough that I get that on there. And then I'm going to push in the middle because I don't want to get rid of what I just did with the stylus there, okay? And we're going to add this to the front of our card. But before we do that, I want to add some interest to this card. So I grabbed our bowl punch, and we're going to punch out, where's my scraps? We have this scrap here. So it's green on one side, Cajun Craze on one side. We're going to punch out 3 of these bows. And I want to punch out these long ones down here. So let me get that on here. The strip isn't much bigger than the punch, so bear with me as I pull this together and get it out. So there's 1. And then we're going to do 2. So I'm going to come up here with my leaf and bring it over as far as I can because I want to get 3 of them out of here. So that's 2. Let's see how good I planned. Think I can do it, guys. And here's going to be 3. Okay, so we have our 3 little leaves. And then I also want to pull out some of this crushed curry from these other little trees here. So we're going to punch out some of these little seed pods from the same punch. I always love these because they do remind me of like fall seed pods this time of year when the blossoms are falling off and you just have the seed pods left. Let's see, I want 1 more. I want 2 of these in crushed curry. And then I'm going to show you an embellishment that I haven't showed you yet. It's called our Woven Golden Leaves. These are in the fall catalog. And we're going to grab out 1 of the smaller ones. There's a ton in here. How many are in here? 75 leaves you get. And 1 of the larger ones. And they are just a gold mesh. I hope you can see that shimmer on the screen. Like a screen almost. Really, really fine and easy to work with. Now the only problem with these is they are a mesh. So any glue you put on them is going to show through. So you want to be able to hide your glue when you're making your clusters with this. So we're going to start with our large one. And I'm going to have the leaf point coming off the side. And I want to layer onto here 1 of our Cajun Craze leaves. And the other side of that is green. We're going to layer that on there like that. And then 1 of the seed pods, if I can pick it up. It's going to go right there with it, okay? So that's going to be our little cluster. And all I'm going to do is take, let's see if I can get that to stay in place, stay right where you're supposed to be. I am going to take some of our extra sticky strip. And I am just going to layer that across all these pieces, okay? And then see if I can pull that off gently, the backing. It's a little harder because you need to usually get some pressure on there to get it to release. So let's see if that helped. There we go, okay? So now this has that extra sticky strip on it, and I'm gonna add that to the back of this tag. Now I want to keep my tag straight, this part of it horizontal with that coming off the top. So as I place this, I'm going to do that just so I have my placement correctly. Okay, and we're going to have this coming off right off here. I want to make sure that that will stick. Okay, yep, that'll be great. So there is our little cluster of fall leaves on that end. And then on this other end, I'm just going to take 1 of the gold leaves. This is the smaller one. And 1 of the Cajun sprigs. And we're going to do the same thing. And I think I want that kind of off more at an angle like that. So take a piece of the extra sticky, lay that across the bottom. I'm going to kind of burnish it down here, see if I can pick it up. That mesh is hard to pick up from because it's not real firm. It's light and airy. So hopefully I can get this without too much trouble here. Let me do my little pokey tool and see if that helps me pick it up. There we go. Come off of there, guy. Okay, so now I have my extra sticky on that piece, and we're gonna lay that down here on this other end, keeping this horizontal so I know how it's gonna look, and just having this come off the bottom there, like that. So that just gives a lot of character to our little tag on here with our sentiment. And now we're gonna raise this whole thing up on some dimensionals, so let me grab those. Looks like I am kind of at the end of these dimensionals, so I need to do, actually I think I have a few here. I have some I already cut apart from another end. Never ever throw those edges of your dimensionals away, guys. They are the best. I'm just gonna put several of these on here. I'm kind of anchoring the bottom of the leaves, just giving it a little bit more anchor and making sure I have enough of these on here. In fact, I'm gonna put one more because this is the part I raised with the stylus and I want that to stay raised on my card. So by putting these extra dimensionals on there, it's gonna hold that up and help it from squishing down when it goes through the mail. Okay, so let's lay this on here. Hopefully it'll fit, and it should because I kind of laid it there to get an idea. I want to keep that sentiment as horizontal as I can. Looks like I'm going off the edge here just a tad, but I think that'll push in easy when it goes in the envelope, so I'm not going to worry about that at all. So there's the basics of this card. So now you can see this vanilla's down here, but it's getting covered by this. It's also going to get covered by a bow. So we're going to come in here with this bow. Now this bow I made by using the large check ribbon. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's in our annual catalog. I love this ribbon. You remember we used to have some narrower black and white check. This is black and vanilla. Doesn't matter. Either of them color beautifully. So I just took my old olive blend, colored the ribbon, made an old olive bow for our card. Let me grab a glue dot for that. And we're going to place that kind of at an angle there. But I want to be sure it covers that little opening, that little hole on there. And I also want to be sure it doesn't cover my sentiment. So just think about that when you're placing it. But now you can see with all of that over here, you don't even notice that this was just blank. And it made it so much easier to put that card together. Look at that paper. Isn't that gorgeous? Wow. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so let's take this other little seed pod. And for this one, I am going to take my Tombow glue and add just a few little dots. Bitty dots, bitty bitty dots. And a little bit on this stem because I want that stem to stick down and not come up. Very lightly, guys. Really, you don't want anything oozing out, so you are using hardly any of the Tombow glue. Let me grab my little mini tweezers here, and that's going to help me. So I'm going to grab a stem here where there is no adhesive, and we're going to come and place this little seed pod right here next to our sentiment to kind of fill in that spot there. What do you think? Is it coming together? I am really liking it. And then the last thing I want to do is add some bling. So I decided to use our neutral sequins for my bling. And I wanted to show you a couple things. I'm pretty sure, I don't know why I took that card out of there. I hate it when I do that because I make this so I don't have to take that card out of there. And then I just do it sometimes. Okay, so I wanted to show you, I am going to be using these coppery ones on here because I think that'll give a brightness to this card. But I'm almost out of my copper ones. So I did want to show you that you can color these white ones. I just used my Cajun Craze blend and colored this one right here. So I'll show you. Here's a white one. I just come in with this and color it. And these color beautifully. Just look at that. Here's one that I colored ahead of time with Old Olive. So if there's a color that I want to use more of and I'm running out of it, I could easily substitute these Cajun Craze for these coppery ones, or maybe copper clay. Let's see what copper clay looks like. Let's try that one once. What does that color does that give us? I think it's going to be more brown. Oh, but so pretty. Actually, it's closer even to the copper ones. Look at that. Easy peasy, guys. So do not forget to color your elements. Make them what you want on your card. But we're going to be using these coppery ones. And I am just going to take one large one, place it right here, and a small one, place it down here. And then I think I'm going to take another small one. Where do I want to place it? On my green, on my white? No, I think I want to put it up here on my sentiment. But I think I want a couple more. Yep, I can do that, right? It's my card. I can do what I want. So let's take one more small one and kind of scatter it down here by my bow on the side where we have this vanilla. And one more large one. So I'm still using an odd number. I'm going to do 5 on here. Where do you think, guys? Maybe, yeah, maybe up here. I think that gives it a little bit of balance. So there is our card. What do you think? I love it. I love this ribbon. I'm going to kind of, when you color it with your blends, excuse me, it gets a little stiff. So you can make gorgeous bows with it. It makes it super easy to tie. I love that I can change it to whatever color I want. Again, that is our large check ribbon from the annual catalog. Do not miss out on this before it's gone, because I know I will stock up. It is a favorite. I still have some of the skinny black and white too that I use on cards. But let me show you my prototype, the one I did ahead of time. So I will stamp your envelope. It'll have that same sentiment on there that I have on the front there. Here's the one I did ahead of time. And it uses the same paper, but instead of the grid background, I use the trees. So it's a little bit lighter colored. On here for my elements, I used the ones from, here they are. The adhesive back swirl dots that came with that latte set. I use those on here, and I like it, and it's fine, but I think I like the bling that kind of shines on here because all the colors are so dark. Plus, it brings out the shine in those little golden leaves here in the background. And on this one, I colored my bow with Cajun Craze. Basically, the same card, just 2 different layout or color schemes on it. And I added the extra little tag behind here, which I really like. I think that makes that whole thing pop. So I love them both. I think they're adorable. Super quick and easy layout that you could make any kind of card with. Here is the one I am giving away today. I hope you liked it too. I am so happy you took some time to be with me today. I hope you liked the card and my tips and some of the items I shared with you. I would love to have your business if you are looking for a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Don't forget to leave your comments for a chance to win today's card. You have till tomorrow night to be entered. I'd love to hear from you, any thoughts you might have. And as always, I would love to be your creative coach. So if you have any questions at all and would like a catalog, just reach out to me in the comments of this video, or you can email me at crazystampinglady@gmail.com. I do plan to be back here next Tuesday with another fun project, so I hope you plan to join me. Same time, same place. Till then, have a blessed weekend, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.